Hi, this is Colin with Maker Farm. In this video we're going to show you how to install the heat bed onto your i3v printer. Make sure you go ahead and look at the heat bed installation page of the i3 guide and gather everything that you need for that. Before you start this video, make sure you assemble your thermistor. Basically connect it to your wires, use the high temperature sleeving and the heat shrink tubing. There's a video, the hot end video will show you how to assemble that if it's not already assembled for your kit. Basically you're going to take that and use the cap on tape and tape the thermistor to the bottom center of your heat bed. Then the next thing that we're going to do is actually grab your i3v printer. It's usually a good idea to have some sort of insulation go underneath your heat bed. This is going to make it heat up faster. It's going to use less power and things like that. I use cardboard. I don't know that I would recommend you use cardboard. It's probably a fire hazard. So I would recommend you go get some fire resistant insulation and use that instead. Basically what we're going to do now is you're going to get, your kit's going to have a nylon spacer. And then it's going to have 3 of these same length springs. Basically the nylon spacer is going to go in the back right corner of your heat bed. And then you're going to get some of these M3 25mm long bolts. We're going to put that there, and we're going to put that nylon spacer on there. The wires are going to go towards the back of your machine where you have these 2 holes. And we can zip tie those wires in place so that they don't flex. Then you're going to use one of the M3 lock nuts and then go ahead and tighten it all the way down on that corner. You probably have to use obviously a wrench to hold the lock nut and just go all the way down. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down in the video here. Then you can go ahead and get one of the springs, another one of the same bolts, put it back in another corner, install another lock nut on it, do the same in the other corners as well. Just to save time, I'm not going to tighten these lock nuts all the way down. But what we will do later on, once we've installed the hot end, in the extruder, we will go ahead and home the printer, and that'll bring the nozzle to the back right corner. And it'll bring it down so it's going to be just above the glass if we set our Z end stop correctly. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move the nozzle over to the other side. You're going to tighten down this bolt so that the nozzle's the same distance from the glass. Move it back to this corner, tighten it down, this corner, tighten it down so that all the corners are the exact same distance from the heat bed. Okay. The next thing that we can do here is we're going to zip tie those wires that are at the back of the heat bed into those 2 holes. This just keeps them from having the wires be damaged from constantly moving back and forth without any support, so this will support them. Once you get that there, you can cut off the excess part of the zip tie. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put our piece of glass on. You would have purchased your piece of glass somewhere else. We don't ship them in the kits because they break. But basically, put your glass on there. You're going to get some of these binder clips. And basically, the binder clips just go on the sides to hold the glass in place. Then you can also take these pieces off. so that when your printer moves back and forth, the heat bed moves back and forth, that it doesn't actually hit the frame. So you'll put those in some of the corners there. Okay, for the heat bed, other than tightening it down, that is everything we need to do on the heat bed until it gets to the electronics section. If you have any questions, make sure to refer to your build guide. You can also contact us using the contact section of the build guide if you have additional questions. Thank you.